If you are considering selling an Orange County property now or in the future, there is a crucial and oftentimes overlooked benefit that I rarely see homeowners taking advantage of. It's called Proposition 6090, and it comes with a huge financial advantage. In today's video, I'll dive into the perks, the details, as well as the eligibility requirements, so you can make sure you're taking advantage of this when you sell your home. If it's your first time to the channel, welcome. My name is Garrett Gahn. I'm a local Orange County real estate agent here, and I'm also the host of YouTube's Living in OC. If you are considering making a move to Orange County, California, this is what I do. Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I have people just like you, and they're reaching out every single day now. I'll be looking forward to speaking with you. All right, with that said, let's dive right into the video, breaking down this huge advantage that every Orange County homeowner needs to be aware of before they sell their home. As a precursor, I'm not an accountant, and I always recommend speaking with your licensed CPA for all of your tax matters. Now, like I previously mentioned, this massive advantage for California homeowners is called Proposition 60 and Proposition 90. So what exactly are these propositions? Well, as it's written, Proposition 6090, it amended the California Constitution to allow a person who is over the age of 55 to sell his or her principal primary residence and transfer its base year value to a replacement property that is equal or lesser value and that is purchased or newly constructed within 2 years of the sale. Let's dive into what exactly that means, because I'm just not seeing this huge advantage being leveraged enough. Basically, this allows a qualified homeowner, and I'll elaborate on what makes you qualified or not later in the video, but it allows a qualified homeowner to sell their property and purchase a new one of equal or lesser value and transfer their assessed home value to the new property. For those that are not aware, when you purchase a home, you're paying taxes on the assessed value of that property. In California, this assessed value is not going to change unless there is a permanent modification or the property changes hands. And by hands, I mean ownership. So as an example, I'm currently working with a couple who have owned their property for quite some time, and they have a large amount of equity in that home. I've assessed their fair market value to be somewhere around $2 million, but the assessed value that they're currently paying taxes on is only $450,000 from when they originally purchased the home. Now, if they are to sell and relocate, they may be weary because they are looking for a home of similar value, probably around that $2 million range. But they are aware that typically they will need to start paying taxes on the value of that new home as well, which obviously would be a much larger bill than the $450,000 assessment that they're used to. This is where I introduce them to Prop 6090. Because they qualify for this proposition, they will now be able to sell their current home, purchase a new home of same or lesser value, but still carry with them their current $450,000 assessed value to their new property. It's an absolute financial game changer for them, and it's going to be saving them a lot of money. Now, it is important to note that this Proposition 6090, it can only be used one time, and there are certain eligibility requirements that I'll go over right now. The first requirement to be a claimant is that you or your spouse living with you must be at least 55 years of age or older when the original property is sold. The second is that this is a one-time only benefit, like I mentioned. Once you have filed for and received this tax relief, neither you or your spouse who resides with you can ever file again, even upon your spouse's death or if the two of you divorce. However, if you do become disabled after receiving this tax relief, you may transfer the base year value of your primary residence a second time due to the disability, which would involve a different claim form. Now, the requirements of the original property being sold are that the property must be eligible for the homeowner's exemption or disabled veterans exemption, either at the time it was sold or within 2 years of the purchase or construction of that replacement property. Also, that original property must be subject to a reappraisal at its current fair market value at the time of sale. Now, for that replacement property to be eligible, the property must be your principal residence and must be eligible for that homeowner's exemption or disabled veterans exemption. And lastly, that replacement property must be purchased or constructed within 2 years before or after of the sale of the original property. And honestly, that's about it. If you or someone that you know is considering selling a home in Orange County, California, and they do meet these requirements, they absolutely need to know about this huge advantage beforehand. Like I mentioned, I am not a licensed CPA, but as a licensed real estate agent in this area helping people buy and sell homes, I am not hearing about this enough. If you do have any other questions about Prop 6090 or just how I'm getting my clients' homes sold quickly and for the most value, reach out to me directly by texting or calling my personal number that I'll put on the screen for you now. I have people just like you reaching out every single week now, and I absolutely love it. I'll be looking forward to speaking with you too. Other than that, if you did find any value in today's video, please hit that thumbs up button for me. It helps me out tremendously in getting this information out to people who could really benefit from it. And definitely consider subscribing, as I'm dropping multiple videos a week for all things living in Orange County, California. Thank you again for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.